Oh, let's get this party on the road. So what I wanted to do, after having had a little look at The Walking Dead here and the Walking Dead role-playing game, or Walking Dead Universe AMC role-playing game, I thought I'd actually make a couple of survivors and have a look how that actually works out. Now, I think I signed up to a game. So one of the characters I already made, tried it out a little bit. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to any input from you guys. Yeah, if you think I'm doing anything wrong, let me know. But yeah, what can I tell you about the game? Very, very briefly, it's a Year Zero game. It's being kickstarted. The beta came out on Monday. This is now the third version of the beta that I've got in front of me. Not much has changed since the first one. And yeah, it's not quite as immediately striking to me as some of the other thriller games I play, but let's have a look-see here on how this actually works. So I'm going to create a character, but first of all, I'm going to walk through the character creation chapter. So, by the way, if you want to late pledge this, I believe you can, but you probably will have to get in touch with the publisher directly to get any early visibility of the PDF. I don't think they've automated that. So, here are the steps. The basic steps. Choose an archetype, choose a name, choose an issue. An issue is something that allows you to play the character a bit better, and that often gets triggered if you might have lots of stress or similar, or you get hungry. Choose your drive, what keeps you going. Distribute some points amongst your attributes. 13, I think that's the equivalent of a young person in Basin. 12 amongst your skill. Choose a talent, one talent from the starting talent. Choose your gear, or you can roll dice for it. Define relationships to the other PCs. You can see at that point you will have to, of course, do this as a group. I can't quite do that today. And choose 2 anchors. One of them needs to be PC, one is an NPC, and that also means you'll have to create a clutch of NPCs as a group. And then you describe your starting haven. So let's make, in my little boundary thing here, a new character. No idea what he's going to be called, so I'm just going to call him New Boy. Plug him over here so we can still see. Actually, I might pop him up. Oh, yes, of course, today I'm not using the browser, so I can't pop anything. Oh, well, that was that fun. The Foundry system is just a slightly reskinned version of Alien. Let's see. But I'm going to use the die roller as well here at the bottom, so I don't have to toss dice around my full desk. So, first things first, I need to choose an archetype. So, archetype. Now, I'm going to actually stick with the archetypes that are here for now. It's very, very easy to create your own by just recombining things that you like. But we can actually roll, or we can choose one. I think there's no list of archetypes this thing. Criminal. Oh, actually, here's a list. Criminal, doctor, farmer, kid, nobody, outcast, politician, preacher, scientist. Okay, we need to fix that, Paul. Law enforcer, the soldier, and homebrew. I think I'm going to go for a farmer. Why not a farmer? So let's find a farmer. And the doctor, the farmer. So, oh, look at that guy. Yeah, so they say cattle are dumb, but it's people that are really dumb. So he's a bit of a prepper as well, as I see this correctly. So we know our key attribute is going to be strength. I'm going to take the music down a little bit. Well, it's quite nice to have it in the background. Don't want it to distract. So, force and strength. I think I can remember that without having to write that out anywhere. If I make my foundry a bit thinner, might be more easier. There we go. So, talents, we will see them later on. There are 3: tracker, tough as nails, living of the land. The issues are rage, sick, or dogmatist. All of the above. Drive, I do what is right, I never give up. Jesus walks with me. I think, yeah, we've got an archetype, so we need to remember page 35. Jump back to that quickly in a minute. So, by the way, the artwork is just great. So we're having archetype farmer. A name, yeah, if you want to come up with a name, please let me know. Let's call him, what shall we call him? Let's call him Rufus. So choose an issue and a drive. That is on page 35, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look at it. 35. So an issue. Now the issues are, he gets angry. Yeah, let's go for that. The issue is rage. Sometimes he gets angry when he's tired, when he's under pressure, whatever. His drive is, I do what is right, unless he gets ragey. I do what is right. So, what was the next thing? I have a skeleton. What's the next thing? Next thing is distribute 13 points amongst your attributes. Now 13, if you have 4 attributes, is basically everything in 3, one of them is at a 4, or you drop one down to 2 and you might be able to up something else. Now strength is especially good for him, so let's actually go with a slightly wonky character. He's going to be 5 on strength. His wits, I don't want to stereotype, but he's going to have a 2 of wits. He's got a 3 here, and if 13 is correct, then we can have a 3 there. Is that right? That's 10, that's 13. Yes, 13 points. So 5 on strength, 3 agility, empathy, and wits is my dumb stuff. So next thing is distribute 12 points amongst your skills. Now, I actually am not 100% sure whether I'm doing this right. I think I am. It says that none of the skills can be higher than 2 apart from your, apart from your main skill of your chosen archetype, and you can put up to 3 into that. So main skill for my chosen archetype was force. Also interesting. Here it says key skill, there it says main skill. Force. Do I want him to be really strong? He's strong already with the strength, so I think I'm only going to put 2 into here. So it leaves me 10. What else would I want him to be good at? The others, close combat, definitely one of them, and you are definitely one of them. So that's 4 points spent out of 12. We have cover more. As I said, he's not very witty, so scouting is not going to be his strength. I can tell you that much. But I will want him to have a little bit of tech. Because actually farming is a lot of machinery. You know, I might actually do this. I might just make it flat and boring. 4-3-3. I think that's better. So, tech. That is now 6 points. 6 to go. He can scout a bit because he needs to be outside and he has a little bit of survival. So that's 8. That leaves me 4 more points. It's definitely going for some hunting skill. So that's 6. 10. 2 more. Leadership? No. No, no. He's not going to have anything on empathy. Maybe that should be my dumb stuff. Shall I go for 1 on stealth? No, 2. Actually, he's a hunter. Why not? He goes hunting sometimes. So that should be 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Good. I can count. Next. What's the next thing? Next thing is choose a talent. And then your gear. That's all on the character sheet. So 35 was it? So choose a talent. Now I can choose the talents that are listed. Yeah, I do what is right and never give up. Jesus walks with me. Well, the talents are further down in the game. And a few pages away, another chapter. And luckily they are actually grouped by starting talents, at least by their archetype. I thought. Yeah, here we go. So, the farmer's talent. So, tracker, tough as nails, living off the land. Now, I have a little bit of tracking. Scouting, I should say. So, gain +2 on survival when you either track someone or try to hide your own tracks. That could be very useful. Tough as nails can be useful. So, I have got a little bit of influence. But actually, living off the land might be the most useful here. So I'm going to take that one. Right. I haven't set up any reference. So I'll just do this one. Create something here, create an item, call it off as mail. Call it a talent. And just paste that in there. Save. Those snails. Dropped. There we go. And I'm talented. Ha! That's how easy it is. The next thing after talent. Oof. Does anybody remember? Page 22 was it? No. Almost 22. So we've done a talent. Choose your gear. So that goes back to the other one. You can see I'm actually fairly zooming through this without actually thinking much about the background story yet. It doesn't take a lot of time. So roll a d6 3 times. So let's do this. Roll 1d6 3 times. So I get a 3. I get a 3. And I get a 4. Now, is 3 something you could have 2 of? No. 2 jeeps makes no sense, so I'm going to re-roll that. I've got a jeep, I've got a toolbox, and I've got an axe. There we go. So, where can I put those? Inventory. I'm just going to put them all under ad hoc. So, the jeep, which is pretty cool. The toolbox, which is very useful, especially on the jeep. And an axe. So, okay, and then I might have to just grab briefly from my Discord somewhere. No, I don't look at all my Discord. From Midjourney, I think I just created a little portrait. Let's see whether it fits because I haven't actually looked at it. So, Discord, Midjourney. As a mechanic, not a farmer. But I think we can make that work. And I haven't done anything. Splitting it out. Let's do that briefly. Which one shall I use? He's cool. So we have a farmer called Rufus. The jeep and an axe. So I'll say as. Prettying this up yet. So, Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. Yep. And the art. Use this guy. I just generated. It's the wrong aspect ratio. But let's try. There we go. Rufus has a picture. Wow. Good. So that's basically how you create the character. One thing I couldn't do now is I have not created a backstory. I have not created a relationship grid for him. But that's how quickly you can make a character. How long did that take in the stream with me rabbiting on and flicking back and forth? 15 minutes. And that was including the minute before I started coming live. So 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make a character. Pretty good. And that's actually what I'm sort of used to. From Basin, for example, or similar games, because the approach of the archetypes just narrows it down a bit. So you don't have to read all the talents that there are, you just have to look for 3 talents and decide. And 3 issues. The issues are just a name. It's not, oh, rage means if this happened and this happened. It's just, yeah, my issue is rage. So that makes it quite easy. Yeah, shall I make another one, or shall we have a look at something? Good question. Let me decide. One thing you can do, of course, is you can do some solo play. So I could take the farmer here for solo play now. Driving mountains. Jeep. Now, if you wanted to play solo play, as it says here, you can up the whole thing by playing yourself. Now, I'm not a farmer, so it's not me. It also says have one person in the haven be someone with a close tie. Somebody who goes out with you. So you're not completely and utterly by yourself as a sole survivor. Instead, it says that you typically are a survivor with 14 starting skills instead of 12, take 1 free general talent, and that's when you have to start reading them. But 3 of them are, again, recommended. And then you can give yourself a knife if you don't have a melee weapon. I have one. Assign your anchors to the NPC in your haven. So you also create a haven and you also create NPC. So you're not completely out there on your own unless you want to be. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to do solo right now. I'm actually more interested in creating a second character. So let's do that instead. So let's look at the time. And the second pass. Let's see how long it takes. Create an actor. And this time I want to create a medic. A lady medic. And she's gonna call, we can call Ginny. Why not Ginny? And there we go. So Ginny is ready. Go back to page 23. Archetype. We've done that. Medic. Doctor. Choose a name. Done that. Choose an issue. Let's have a look at the medic, shall we? 35 is far now, so it's probably about 37, do you reckon? No. Close, but mostly down. Nobody. Outcast. Oh, the medic is performed. Oh, because it's the doctor. Right, so empathy is going to be high. We can actually remember 13 and 12 for the skills and the attribute. But issue first of all. Unanswered love? Bitter? Are they bitter? Yeah, they're going to be bitter. So, Ginny is bitter. Interesting. It doubles lots of T's and lots of E's. Oh, how did that happen? Bitter. So, next one. Drive. I will find my way. I like that. I like that. And again, it doubles lots of stuff here when I copy and paste them. I will find my wife. If you know why that does that, let me know in the comments. So then we have 12, and empathy is going to be high, and I'm going to go for 5. Go for 5. Not very agile. And that's a 3, and that's a 3, and that should do it. That's 8, 10, 13. Good. Next, I had 12 for my skills, and the key skill here is medicine, obviously. So I'm going to actually go 3 this time. So 8. Very, very good. That leaves 9. I want her to be mobile. 2 on that one. 5 gone. She needs to do a little bit. She needs to be good with manipulation. Know a little bit of tech. Maybe not survival. But leadership. So how many have we got? 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. 2 more. 2 more to go somewhere. 2 more. I think I'm gonna go for some ranged and one close combat. She's standing there with a pistol. That's my excuse, and I'm gonna stick to it. So, gear. I'll just do the gear one in here as well. I mean, something they jump you around something rotten sometimes, and you just think, is it really necessary? To jump across, just work down your page here. That's absolutely fine. And then we look at the talents. So first of all, I'm going to do my 3d6. We're going to roll 1d6, a 1, a 4, and a 4. Now I'm not going to have 2 cars. Gosh. A spear. A scalpel taped to a stick doesn't sound very sturdy, but okay, it must be a big stick. So it was a 1, a 3, and a 4. Basic medical equipment. Medical equipment. We have a call, and we have a spear. Good. Is there anything else? Oh, I had talent. I haven't looked at the talents yet. And they were around the 50s, weren't they? So, the doctor's talents. Either emergency medicine. You gain +2 in medicine when you stabilize a critical injury. Very, very useful. Doctor's orders. And seen it all. I'm gonna go with that. Seen it all because she's bitter. So, seen it all. Create a quick new talent. And that's how I would set up a game, by the way. Don't necessarily sit there and type everything in. Just type it in as you need it. Seen it all. Especially seeing as the official module will come out, then you would have done lots of work for nothing. So, seen it all. Close. And over in the character sheet. Seen it all. And I think that's it. So it was 27, now 32. 5 minutes. So actually it's feasible if you bite the bullet, or you get bitten, I should say, then you might be able to actually very quickly create a new character. Although you should actually draw on the NPCs first. So have I missed anything? Have I forgotten anything? Talent, gear, relationships I can't do yet. But that already gives me 2 people. And no, I don't actually have a medic, do I? Don't have a token for her. I have one. Maybe quickly. Because we had somebody like this. Well, we can do this really. Places token. No. Lovely. So. You would have to pad out the story a little bit, and as I said, you build up the network, but it really does not take any time at all creating the characters. Yeah, creating a group here. Need to make him into a token, otherwise it looks like a bad. Right, and then I would be ready to start playing a little bit. Right. Show you the artwork a little bit. As I said, this is not an official module. This is the alien module with a few tweaks, CSS tweaks. And we can go. Animated the sky as well. Well, are they going to survive? Maybe I'm going to take them out for a solo spin at some point. If you're interested, find out. If you want to watch more of these, there's 2 more already up, but more coming, so you know what to do. Yeah, leave a subscribe, leave a like, leave me a comment. That's what we streamers are, little tiny streamers here we do. We're not really alone. So, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was insightful a little bit to give you a feel for it. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with the character creation as it is. Perfectly functional. So it's much more straightforward to have an opinion on this one than it was on the Havens, which I looked at the other day. Anyway, hope to see you soon on the stream, and check out the other content I've got. Lots of it there. And for now, don't let the walkers